It is? Thank you. This is a motion I just simply want to have at my community consultation meetings. I would like through this new approach to have the Deputy City Manager working with the Housing Secretariat and the planners to basically lay out what the city would like to see on this site for affordable housing. It might not be achievable, but at least we've set our goal and our target for these sites. Because I've always believed very strongly that when someone is building something, we should always be asking for them to put affordable housing. When somebody is building 30, 40 stories, as Councillor Cole has said, how does this happen that you can just get that much density and there's nothing back? So I understand that there's no requirement, but I think it's important to place for the community, for everybody in the industry to understand we're serious about affordable housing. We want folks to make commitments to affordable housing. Whether they make them or not is not our choice. But our choice is to say this is what we want and we need in the City of Toronto. Let me give you a couple of examples and why I think this is very important. Because at East Harbour, which is an MZO from the province, which was employment, which has been converted against the wishes of the city for 40,000 units. The number of affordable units is infinitesimal. Doesn't meet our IZ, doesn't meet anything we would want, including for conversions. So I believe very strongly that when we go to that meeting, I want the city to say, and I want to back that up, here's what we think should be on this site. Cadillac Fairview, whether you do it, that's not my problem, but this is what we want. And to say to the provincial government, they have an MZO. You've put an MZO here with no affordable housing. Why would you put an MZO there without affordable housing? We're begging you for MZOs for different rapid housing. And yet you can give somebody an MZO for 30 acres and not require one unit of affordable housing. So we need to stake out our ground in a hard way. And this is a pilot. This is for my ward. If it works, we will move this around the city. I also want to just reflect on the Gerard Carlaw transit-oriented community, which is being done by Infrastructure Ontario and by Choice REIT because they own that property. Of 230 stories and one 40-story building, how many affordable units have they proposed? Zero. And I've been at many consultations. It's not an official application, but we haven't weighed in to say, here's the number that we think you should put in there, because I think my community and I think all of your communities would be willing to stand up and say, we want you to be serious about affordable housing. We want affordable housing. That goes for anywhere on the Ontario line. That goes for Pape and Danforth. It is unconscionable that this many MZOs, this much development for transit-oriented development for unaffordable units. I'm sorry, I can't do that anymore. We need to take a stand. This council needs to say, here's our approach. You might ignore us, but this is what we're saying. And that's what that is. And lastly, I'll just speak about Toronto Community Housing. I'm very proud to have the very first multi-mixed Toronto Community Housing development in Don Somerville, which the Auditor General said to Toronto Community Housing a number of years ago, you have large sites. You're supposed to meet the 20% target. They've never met the 20% target. So in Lawrence Heights, 100 acres, 2 affordable units so far. We have to up our number of affordable units we're planning for across all of our Toronto community sites. So at Don Somerville, when I took that over from the previous councillor, there were 120 RGI and 600 and some condos. There's now replacement RGI, 100 affordable, including 40 co-ops, 100 rental, and 500 and some condos. We need to have a very big approach in how we do things. We need to change our channel, and that's what my motion does. Thank you.